Hey, welcome to another episode of geekoutdoors.com. And today I actually wanted to do a little rant, I would say. And it's probably nothing new for most people who do play games or who remember playing games a long time ago. But I want to talk about this whole thing about graphics over gameplay. You know, um, as you probably already know, I like my old school games. Simple arcade games like this. Okay. And I'm not much of a modern gamer, and I'll go into that in a moment. But it's something that most people are well aware of. Nowadays, I really feel like gaming as a whole, it's really more of a business. Okay, and it's always been a business, but it's more so about business than actually games. Okay, and specifically, at least in this episode, I want to talk about graphics over gameplay. And back then, which wasn't too long ago, I guess, but in gaming years, it's a long time ago. But back then there were always an emphasis on graphics. That's nothing new. But it was also more about gameplay because you could have the best graphics in the world, but usually the best games always had a combination of both excellent graphics and excellent gameplay, like this game right here, Aero Fighters. But nowadays, it's like most games, and I'm specifically talking about really popular games, and most games, especially in the PC gaming world, it's dominated by first-person shooters. Okay, and one of the ones where really pretty much the one that really started it all and made it really popular was Doom. And just recently, Doom 4 just came out. And so that is a perfect game where, we could talk about graphics over gameplay and also the merits of combining both. Most of you are probably seeing some early reviews for Doom 4 on YouTube already. Unfortunately, I don't think there were many early review copies. And so, the reviews are just trickling in. But what I really wanted to focus on initially are, the things that most people see right away is the graphics. And, anybody who's seen these screenshots or also the early reviews, the graphics on Doom 4, they are awesome. Okay, and and then that's to be expected, especially with modern gaming. Okay, I mean, and it's not like I said, it's not anything new for you to want really awesome graphics. Um, However, you know, here's where the whole modern gaming scene it's the same, but it's different at the same time. And what I mean by that first is actually the requirement itself. I mean, just for you to run this game, it's gonna take a lot. If you are a PC gamer, I mean, even the graphics card for the minimum specs, this a GeForce GTX 670 is recommended, and you could get this GPU for cheaper now, but initially when it first came out, is $400. So just even that alone, it's not cheap. And then if you were looking to have a more substantial premium gaming experience, you're gonna be looking at over $1,000 easily because when you're looking at like the actual top requirements for this game or recommended requirements, you're looking at a GTX 970 or better, and if you want the ultimate, be prepared to pay quite a bit of money just for your GPU card alone. A good example of which is the brand new NVIDIA GTX 1080 that just came out. So this is their new chipset that's coming out, and here you're looking at a price of about $600. You know, so that's just for the graphics card, and that's if you want the full experience. And then some people are saying, well, you don't have to get the PC version. You could still get the PlayStation 4 version and the Xbox One version, which is correct. I mean, you can, and it still will look amazing. That is about $60, so nothing's changed there. But if you want like the full best experience, you're gonna have to pay up. And also at the same time, the gaming landscape has changed dramatically when you talk about purchasing a game because when you purchase a game now, most people when you buy a game, some people will just purely do it downloads now, such as the case with Steam right here. But even if you were to buy the physical game, you're still gonna have to download stuff. Like in this case, even if you bought this new Doom, you're still gonna have to download over 40 gigs of additional data just to get the full game, which is ridiculous. But if you are a modern gamer, that is nothing new. Okay, and then let's going back to the graphics and gameplay. Okay, and this is where I really wanted to focus on Doom because it's really not the same as most modern games. Okay, and what I mean by that is, most modern games now, they focus, as I said earlier, very much so on the business aspect of it. So, in the cases of a big game like Call of Duty series, it's the graphics, of course, is really important, but it's more about what other things we can sell you, DLCs, expansion packs, and so forth. And like I said, these things have existed before in PC gaming, but now even on online, modern consoles. So they're looking for ways to maximize their profits. And with that being said, you can't just go out and buy a physical copy and expect to have the very best experience, especially on a PC where you're just gonna have to spend a lot of money just to play a video game. And yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the way that's heading. And Doom 4, or the new Doom as they call it, I think it's unique in a way that a lot of the early reviews are saying that this is more like a throwback to the original Doom, which I like. In terms of it's really all about the actual gameplay. I mean, because a lot of people have said that the gameplay in here, it's more reminiscent of the original Doom. Where it's just about the action, about destruction and carnage. And so far, I haven't heard a lot of news about people complaining about any additional DLCs or limited editions or anything like that, which is nice. It's a really nice change. But that's completely different from where most modern gaming is. And, where they do focus on the graphics again, but, you're going to need a very powerful PC to run it. And if you do have it on consoles, you're going to be getting some slight compromises in the gaming. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about my rant. And it's something that it's probably gonna be something that's not new to most gamers, but at the same time, it's kind of disappointing to me. Where this is really where the industry as a whole is heading. Um, it's more about the graphics and over gameplay and all the money that they're going to make out of it. So the graphics is more or less just to get you in, you know. And then after that, it's all about the DLCs, the expansion packs, microtransactions, whatever else they could send you. And then the gameplay takes a back seat, once again. So that's my rant. If you had any thoughts on this whole thing about modern gaming, or whether it's just what I talked about, graphics, gameplay, or DLCs, or anything like that, or if you even had any thoughts on the new Doom or the graphics, new NVIDIA graphics card, leave your comments and ideas below. And if you want to rant along with me, that would be great too. So, all right. So, thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you at another one. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com. And I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.